Everyone, this is Cruel Centru. Well, probably obvious by now, but yeah. And looks like they've got a new backdrop. Funny thing is, this area has existed for a long time, and I'm probably going to skip it because honestly, not really something I'm interested in. And some people like it, some people don't. Honestly, more reason to play the game for yourself. So, all right. So this is basically the mission Sister, where this witchcraft is being held by her sister and captive because her sister's like this evil witch, as witchcraft's a good witch, as far as the story goes. We kind of know this. Honestly, this is probably more review for myself. I went to log in to get this recording done. I noticed it said that I have last been online 60 days ago. That's 2 months. Oh man, ouch. Now I know it takes a long time between times I can do a recording just because my computer can't hold a massive amount and it takes forever for it. What in the heck? Okay. I keep trying to be positive about this game, and then it pulls garbage like that. Oh well, what can you do? Alright, I gotta turn the bots into, like, super killer mode here. I was looking, I'm like, where's my area of effect? I should have an area of effect with this level, right? Well, yeah, see pets. It's been a while, like I mentioned. I actually did a bunch of, a lot of people probably aren't going to know this till later, but I did a video series on my Minecraft server specifically because, honestly, it's... I have the channel, I might as well use it for other things too. But the thing is that people aren't willing to give a server a try that doesn't already have people on it, but you can't get people on it if no one's willing to give it a try. So, as part of a long series of things I've been trying to make things work, I was specifically going out of my way to effectively see what I could do about this. See if I could get some more people to try it out. And this was more about player retention, I think, than anything else in this case. Trying to get people to perhaps have an option to look and see that, oh yeah, this server actually has things well thought out. Because one of the first things a lot of people were doing was just going like, oh, why don't you add on this mod and that mod and that mod? I was like, because they actually make the server worse. But they don't understand that. I mean, there's a difference between someone who does something seriously and someone who does it just as a hobby, and I'm seriously going to game design, and on the other hand, what I'm doing right now as a Let's Player, that's a hobby. So I'm not going to be as good as some of the, well-known people out there. Sometimes just because I'm not going to do the same kinds of things, I'm not going to be doing the whole, spamming everyone with, hit like and subscribe and all that kind of stuff. If you like my videos, you'll probably do it anyway, so you can see more. So, not like I've got a need to constantly spam that in your face, but it is actually successful in getting more people regardless. I just don't like it. I don't feel like there's any need to expose people to that. Meanwhile, I'm more interested in just having fun out here, But when it comes to game design, I'm pretty serious about it. I mean, that's something I'm actually really good at, and I've been studying for many years. Even if I don't have the health to do any work yet, I'm doing what I can do, whatever that may be. And right now, Minecraft server's a bit of a test run. A little bit of a learning experience in that it's got some similar mechanics, but on a much lower grade, something I can handle while I'm still fighting with my health, which has been 12 years as of this recording. Closing in on 13 in just a few more months, since I got a diagnosis. Stupid. Hey, I'm not dead yet. Anyways, so as you can see, we got the same enemies that we've had outside. So that's why I haven't really been talking about it much. Also, I probably shouldn't mention, it's just... this could have been an interesting place. The reason it's not to me is only because they reuse it a few times. And between that and the fact they've got a lot of low-level characters, I tend to kind of forget about the... Oh, got a block. Anyways, I tend to forget about this, because it seems like I've been over it over and over and over. Yeah, blah, 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 blah. Go ahead and try to hit me through the worst shot. Worst shot meaning hitting hard, not weak. Man. Yeah, I'm just gonna laugh at her. I'm gonna make fun of her. I'm just gonna sit here for the rest of the battle, blocking. Oh, I win. Yep. See, that's one of the benefits of being a pet user. You get to mock the bad guy by just standing there and looking at him funny while your pets swipe him out. Yep. So that was Talisman. Standard dark magic user. Dark energy. Doesn't have any magic. And then here's Witchcraft. Uses pretty much sorcery powers. Pretty standard for that too. But you wouldn't really know that until you've really played the game enough to be able to get used to it. Um, Now we do have some enemies on the way out. It is not over yet. You're supposed to defend her. She can fight for herself. The enemies aren't that tough. So it's not one of the tougher missions where you have to defend some weakling that's going to get themselves killed all the time. And whenever I think of these kind of missions, I remember back to this old Nintendo 64 game. It was pretty popular at the time, though. GoldenEye. It's a 007 GoldenEye, of course, based on the James Bond movie of the same name. And they have one of the main side characters, not James Bond, but one of the other characters, you're protecting, and, it's escort, and they get to a point where they're just standing at a computer terminal, and there's like hordes of guys coming in shooting like crazy, and they just stand there working at the computer, and they die so fast. It's much harder than most of the rest of the game, if not the entire rest of the game, because of the fact that it's not about whether or not you can, survive the onslaught. It's a matter of whether or not you can kill them before they can get a few shots off, and there's a lot of guys. Anyways, this part's kind of cool, coming up here. So we've been just kind of blasting through these guys, and the guys are giving their pretty standard lines. Oh, looks like I got caught in hold. Anyways, I keep forgetting I gotta use my lifesteal more now. I think yep, so he goes, would you look at that? You did free us, yeehaw, thanks superhero. Goes, and then you can read the line down in here, and the NPC says, no hard feelings, huh? See you around, partner. See, they weren't necessarily all bad guys. But there were some other things. Alright. Come on, here we go. So you got a little bit of a Temblor's orders, little secret thing. Semi-secret, not very secret, it's like right in your face. Temblor, your orders are simple. Observe Talisman's operation in the ghostly town of Burnside, but do not interfere. Hide yourself within the stone in Temblor, where you may see but remain unseen. In particular, watch for the appearance of a fledgling hero called Zyrogos. The name appeared in the entrails of a sacrificed lawman and indicated it would come into conflict with Talisman. However, the sacrifice died before I could learn further details. Take that into account real quick. The entrails that they were looking through was before the guy died. Once you have information, withdraw. Eclipse may need aid in his search for the Basilisk Orb in the north. But as you go, do this. Leave these orders behind for Zyrogos to find. I would have this pest know that we are watching. Dark Seraph. Yeah, that's nice. I'll deal with you in your own due time. Gotta wait your turn. Greetings, Zyrogos. You have a powerful... Okay, you're still giving me that line? Whatever. I owe you a great deal of gratitude. When I return to Millennium City, I will talk to my... bow? Defender, and put in a good word for you, should ever a spot on the champions open up. Which it won't, but that's okay, because you're more awesome than them, in my opinion. Which is actually kind of a nice change. Alright, so none of these are really giving me bonuses I can use. This has one, but not the other, so I'll just go for Until Recognition. Got a couple more missions to grab from her. I sensed a disturbance nearby. Oh no, Zyrogos, I think poor Professor Sorallo might need your help. Maybe you should check on him? He's doing research on the irradiates, and his camp is just past Burnside on the edge of the atomic wastelands. Yep, he is the next area. Meaning of Malice. While I was being held captive by Talisman, Talisman mentioned that her supernatural minion Leech is creating an irradiate army inside of an old gold mine within the atomic wasteland. Now that you've managed to make Talisman flee the area, Leech has been freed from his supernatural servitude and is plotting a terrible revenge against humanity. You must stop him before he finishes amassing his army. I admit, I kind of like Leech, and he's a little silly. He's not really a super villain I'm going to take seriously, but he is kind of cool in just a little humorous way. Anyways, yeah, there's a lot to cover in this game, and if you covered it all, you'd end up doing a lot of content where everything's several levels below you, and it gets boring to me when I've tried it. So that's why I suggest against it. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and zip on over in this direction. I should probably take a moment to show you. See, we're still in Burnside, but if you check on your map, you can see a little bit of it. This is the other exit. You'll see it because there's a giant, like, chasm, basically. Almost. It's a canyon is what it is. And it's not all those green in it. It's got fog from a distance and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, we're going to get to show some interesting stuff here. Alright. Hello there, Zyragos. It's a wonderful day for science, don't you think? Unfortunately, the irradiates don't seem to agree. Witchcraft sent you? Oh yes, charming girl. And things have been a little troublesome around here lately. Take care. Please let me know if my serum causes any unpleasant side effects. Yeah, out of order. Oh dear, it's lucky you're here. The transport truck I just sent out with a sample of my new prototype anti-mutation serum was just attacked by irradiates and is now swarming with mutants. How ironic. Could you head down to the road and take a look at the wreck? I need to get that serum back. Oh, you might want to keep an eye out for the driver, assuming he survived. Do you know that some of those irradiates to the north actually feed on radiation? We need to do something about them before they turn into something even more interesting. Dangerous. It's just a matter of time before they grow giant size and start breathing radioactive green fire. You can find those radiation eaters near the radioactive pools down in the valley. Radiation has given us so many great things, but it's also given us groundlings, and those pesky mutated irradiates. Fortunately, I've developed an iodine decontamination solution that may lessen the effects of the radiation. Unfortunately, it needs to be applied directly to the radioactive debris in the toxic depths of the pool. That's nothing you can't handle. You'll find toxic pools all over Uranium Flats in the Irradiates Valley, northeast of Burnside. aka here. Alright. So, I tend to skip right ahead to Leech, because, well, he's a little bit weaker. I don't want to build up my level before I fight him. I think after Leech we'll call the end of this video. Whoa, hang on. Let me get to a safe spot on the ground. It's got a mission popping up. I thought I was missing one. Back in the late 50s, this area was used by the Army to test nuclear missiles. More than half a century later, there are still unexploded warheads out there. Can you retrieve the radioactive material before the irradiates do? Head to the radiation pools and uranium flats, look for the unexploded warheads down in the toxic pools, or up on the ridgeline around the valley. So that's one of those missions that you can get just in the area. So basically you're going to try to retrieve the leftover uranium and whatnot before the irradiates get to it. Alright, so, once again, get through here. I'm not sure what people are thinking with this picture. I mean, there's a few prominent things. One of them is like this robot girl that they're trying to sexualize. I mean, it's bad enough the sexualization of women. They're people. We don't need to treat them that way. But then, it's a robot, too. I don't know, it gets pretty creepy to me. I guess a lot of people aren't going to care, though. Well, anyways, so we got a lot of these irradiates in here. Pretty standard irradiates at that. I don't think there's anything new here, except for Leech. Leech is just kind of funny, though. I guess I already said that. Alright, I did not mean to pick that up. Just got too close to it. Oh, speaking of getting too close to something next time and picking it up. Yeah, well, just go ahead and blast a few of these guys. Should probably... guys? Thank you. For a minute there, my bots were just standing there around. Anyways, if you so much as walk into one of these block boxes, you'll pick it up. And so it's not really worth fighting, trying to avoid them, in my opinion. Just pick it up and toss it out. Because you're going to pick them up like crazy. And sometimes it drops on top of something else. It's a normal drop, and you may not even see it because they tend to be a little bit bigger in their icon. Nothing quite says cheap rip-off MMO like lockboxes. Well, there's still a lot of good in this game, but man, some days it's really hard to stay positive about this game. Or many others, actually, that I kind of like. I guess it's just that there's some really cool games out there, but a lot of them have some major problems still. Oh, darn it. Not again. I meant to pick up an item. Well, it turns out it wasn't an item. It was a table. I guess the Raging Irradiate's new. I mean, he's still a henchman class, yeah, so he's not exactly a threat. Loyal Irradiates, I guess they're technically somewhat new, but they act very similar to the others. It's some melee attacks, toss some energy at you, you know, basics, everyday stuff. Just continue to siphon their soul out, what little is left of it. I mean, I suppose the irradiation doesn't do anything to their souls, but it certainly messes up their minds. And a few other things. Let's see. No. Now, you may notice this mine looks somewhat familiar. It's because it's the exact same mine we just went through on the previous mission, except that some of it's been changed out with some, you know, like adding on these crystals and whatnot. And I guess that's supposed to be gold, because it's supposed to be a gold mine. But that's the difference. And then they took out, like, the creepy fog type thing. So they changed the effects a little bit. Put a couple little things around to change it up a little, but a lot of it is the exact same thing, and that's why I tend to forget about the mine, because it's just, when you reuse content like that, that's just how it goes. But yeah, someone just is like, what's that? You'll see why in a minute why they would say that. Largle! Yeah, see, that's Leech. Leech has, problems. He can't speak. I'd like to know how he managed to get together these irradiate minions without speaking. But, yeah, the irradiates aren't exactly sensible anyways. I mean, that's the whole point. The radiation has destroyed most of the brains. Gwar! What's that? Yep, same thing. So, okay, so he can speak only because that is a required line to let people know that there's a lifesteal incoming, because it is really freaking powerful. Alright. Better block that one. So that could be a little bit dangerous. In any case, I do have my abilities up a bit here, meaning my stacks of that one power. Oh, that can do a bit of AoE damage, so I'll go ahead. Aw, man. They've done it again. They've got one of the guys that are in turret mode and the other isn't. Alright, so I'm going to have to hold back here and just block for a bit. Get my energy up that way, and then do some more lifesteal. That's weird. I don't remember that power lasting that long. I wonder if they changed it. In any case, vanquish Leech, and got the Karathos circlet. So, one more quest off of it, but it's not a... it's more of a talk quest. In his defeat, Leech dropped this strange-looking necklace. It looks like something witchcraft would know about. Now, a little bit of a tidbit of history. Originally, that was actually not... they didn't send you to witchcraft for that. They sent you all the way back to Defender. Millennium City. And witchcraft is a heck of a lot closer, and since it would make sense for her to know about something magical anyways, it only makes sense that they would use that option as something kind of a smaller fix, but it's a nice one, just it's at least not as bad to try to get around. Alright, so, since I zoned, they have turned back into their bot mode anyways, so I didn't need to worry about losing my bots to one being in turret mode and the other not, in this case. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and I'll drop off the Karathos circlet, then we'll call it the end of this video, so we can break it up and you don't have to handle quite so much at a time. As much as I like some of these YouTubers out there, some of them are getting longer videos, and honestly I end up sometimes just having to break them in half, because it's too much. Yeah, because, you know, sometimes you just don't have a half hour to spend on a video. I mean, you'd like to, but just not always there. Excellent work, Zyrogos. Leech is no longer Leech is no longer a threat to humanity thanks to you. I'm very glad we have someone... Brain, start working with me. I'm very glad we have had you around to help us. I would hate to think what would have happened to us had you stayed in Millennium City. Okay, my brain kept trying to interject random words and they weren't there. That's weird. I know what the Leech left behind. My goodness, this is a circlet of Karathos. This is how Talisman was able to keep Leech under her command. The circlet contains powerful evil magic. I will see to it that it is properly disposed of. So, Fires of Mount Doom? No? Eh, yeah. Sorry, random joke. Um, so let's go ahead and call it here for the bit. A bit. And I'll see you all next time.